Hi, everyone. This is Star with a very brief message for you this evening. It is Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. I wanted to touch base with you just about what's been happening. So, I don't know about any of you, but the last couple of days I have felt the energy of fear pervasing through every aspect and just like infiltrating every part of everyone's life. And it's been really heavy and overwhelming to say the least. So, over the weekend, I have had some really crazy dreams, and I think some of them are about releasing some fears, particularly with my twin flame. So, that has been interesting to see some of that coming up and me clearing that. I've also had some really dark dreams about some pretty negative stuff, and it's just been overwhelming. And I guarantee you it has a lot to do with the fact that today is November 8th, 2016, and it is a major election day for the United States. And, my guides often say, all eyes are on Earth. Well, this time today, all eyes are on America because what's happening here affects the entire planet, affects the globe. So everyone's paying attention to what's happening here. And there's a lot of drama and a lot of fear out in the ethers. And so I want to read something to you that I wrote this morning after my dream. So my dream was really dark, and I woke up in kind of a funk and almost in like a state of overwhelm. The dream was disconcerting to say the least. And I wrote something for my Facebook, so I'm going to like quickly read it to you because I feel like it's pertinent and it matters. A lot has transpired over the last several weeks, and I recognize no one is or has been immune to this energy that the darkness has been spewing. I feel the dream displayed perhaps one of the most important aspects moving through the energetic ethers right now, our greatest fear of feeling unsafe. This is what the dark has been playing on. And so in my dream, there were different aspects of fear that were expressed, and it gave me the clarity when I woke up that that was representing everybody right now on the planet. The time is now to gather together in love, but first, the most important step is for each of us to find balance, peace, and love every day in our world. It has to start with us. If we do not know or remember what that is, then how can we expect others to know? I know many of us are going through our own issues, problems, health crisis, whatever it may be. But we must bring up our vibration to the highest possible point. That is where we need to be manifesting from. Please remember or recognize this one truth. If we manifest out of fear, then our manifestations will be recreating that fear. Often, many of us haphazardly manifest. I have been like that because I wasn't paying attention many times. But we need to be more directed by love, peace, and balance. The last several weeks, I have been guided to step away from social media and computer stuff so that I could keep my frequency higher. Because, of course, as all of us have gone through, there's many human things that have been coming up for me to deal with. We do not need to be perfect at all, my guides reminded me, but we do need to be responsible for the energy we are manifesting and creating from, especially because after the 1010 gateway, we moved into a new timeline where things we manifest happen much more quickly. Well, what does that mean and why does that matter to you? Well, that actually means a lot to us because as twin flames, we are manifesting our union. We're manifesting our relationship with our beloved. We're manifesting that person to be brought to us energetically into our reality. And so if we're not actually paying attention and we're haphazardly creating, or we're creating out of fear of loss. So for example, I had a dream that my beloved died. Oh my God, it was devastating, awful in the dream, and it was awful when I woke up feeling that like loss. Um, but if I would like sat there after that and like just said, okay, I'm going to manifest my beloved to me now. Well, I'm in that fear and that loss. What do you think's really going out to the universe? What's really going out to the universe is not, oh my gosh, I really want to manifest my union with my beloved. What's really going out to the universe is like loss. I'm sending out loss. Recreate the loss for me. Recreate the loss for me. Obviously, that's not at all what I want to happen. So from that moment, instead of focusing on my twin or on having that union happen, my time and energy would be better used towards bringing myself back into balance, grounding, meditating, raising my frequency, um, watching something funny, anything that's going to bring me up in frequency or vibration, even calling a friend to reach out. That's very important. So that is actually what's really that's what's really cool about this energy right now, because if we can remember the tools, it's so much easier to access them now because there's so many more available to us to bring us up in frequency and vibration. So I I just want to give you that message. I think that's really important. I know for myself personally, over the last weekend, I've been overwhelmed and I got run down over the weekend. I'm always there for people, listening to them and helping them through their stuff. And I don't even just mean clients, I just mean friends and everything. And there's times where I might need to talk to somebody and I don't always have the opportunity to like do what I let my friends do. And part of it could be me just choosing not to let them or have them hear that because I know they're going through something. But also part of it is that they're just not really there and available to me to help me at that time. So um, I really let myself get kind of overwhelmed. And another thing I had discovered. So with all the fear stuff that I was feeling this morning when I woke up, it occurred to me that I'm not feeling just my fears, and obviously it amped up my personal fear that I dreamed about my twin dying. But I the energy of fear was being amped up because everyone right now on the planet is in some kind of fear. Somewhere inside of them, they're feeling unsafe and they're not taking care of themselves, and they're not making choices out of love. They're making them out of fear. And so I just literally felt that. And I forget how really connected I am to humanity and to the earth. You know, I I've been in service for so long to humanity and the earth, and my my business, which is the ship my mission has shifted over, but I haven't changed it yet. My old mission was promoting hope, healing our planet Earth one person at a time by turning on the lights. And in that, I've always have been in service of helping other people. And it was funny, I was speaking to a friend this evening who so kindly pointed out how she admires me, and wow, she said something to that effect of, you really are so connected to people and you really are a good person and you really care. And that is true. I have to say it's really true. However, it can overwhelm me at times, and I don't uh, like if I'm run down, it's still coming at me and I'm not really okay. Like it's still affecting me because I'm run down, and it makes me emotional and I start to like take that in, and it really starts to affect me. And sometimes I forget this isn't mine. So one of my tricks that I've learned and I've used, and this is something all of you can use, and I've taught this to different people over the years, is you can just simply say, is this mine? And then it should dissipate if it's not yours. If it's yours, obviously it's going to stay there, and if it's a little bit of you and a little bit of them or others, then that little bit of you is still going to linger, but the rest of it will kind of dissipate. And I sometimes get lost in that and forget that. So this morning and this whole day has been kind of draining. As you can see, I'm exhausted. It's evening and I'm recording this video because I feel moved that I need to. Um, but I feel like it's just such an important time that we are in on this planet. There's so much that's happening that, oh my goodness, I don't even know if we could actually explain clearly what's transpiring. I don't think my guides have the ability to really explain that to you, because when I think about it, they're profoundly amazing entities, and they have great wisdom and help me so much. But what happens at times is that they can't really explain something that we're going to comprehend in a human ego level or in a human level. And so I just wanted to like share some of that stuff with you. And I also wanted to offer to you, there is an 1111 gateway coming up, and I was driving last week and I heard really clearly to offer that out as a twin flame gateway. For all of you, I don't know if you're aware, but 1111 had been a really big number on my journey. And 1111, when I see it, so normally people see 1111 and they see that as they see it as a wake up call, almost like, oh, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I used to see it that way. But then I started to connect the dots. For me, 1111 is my twin flame. It's a twin flame number. It's a wake up call to my twin. It's a wake up call to me, but it's specific to waking twins up. It's time to come together. And when I think of 1111, I think of unity, peace, and bringing the energies together. So I also remember that in 2011, the 11-11-11 gateway, my guides had said, "Get ready, the love train has arrived." And the love train was the wake up call to all twin flames. And so just a few days ago, my guides had suggested offering this out to everyone. So my guides are like the Galactic Federation of Light, the Arcturian Masters of Light, Pleiadian Emissaries of Light, Ascended Masters, so on and so forth. A lot of people. I have a huge entourage that works with me, and sometimes people can see them with me, sometimes they don't. Um, and I'm noticing I can see my little messy hair. Um, so they have said to me that this next upgrade that I'm offering to my clients, I should offer it out to my twin flame community, specifically so that a twin flame connection can happen. And I will put in the link a way for you to receive the upgrade. So it's going to be a special price of $22, and you will email me your name and your twin's name once you've paid. You can either put that where you've paid, you can put a note to me and say, "This is me and my twin," or you can email separately and let me know your name and your twin's name so that I include you both on the upgrade on Friday, November 11th. Um, I also want to say, there's a couple things that are going on. This gateway, this particular coming up gateway, the 11-11 gateway this time around, it opens it opens a bridge between the world that we're leaving, so the old paradigm and the new paradigm that I always talk about. It actually is establishing a bridge between those two worlds, if you will. And what that's doing is it's giving us the opportunity to bring a new awareness here that wasn't here before. It's also bringing the energy of union, the energy of the old reality collapsing. We are embracing the divine feminine and masculine. And I see this gateway as bringing a lot of potential for twin flames, because I really feel like all the work we've been doing, and since we moved into a new timeline on 1010, during that gateway, I feel like going forward, a lot of the overwhelm and a lot of the fears are being kicked up because a lot of people aren't recognizing where to go next, and they're not recognizing how to move forward because they've been like in the old world and the new world just showed up kind of thing. And with that new timeline, and we're at this place of some of us are easily jumping into the new world and want that, and others of us are thinking, "Ooh, do I put my foot in there? Do I step or no? Or I just do I watch? I wait and watch and see what happens?" And so I feel like um we can't really create what we want unless those two worlds are kind of bridged, giving the people that are waking up and are ready for this next step on earth and are really ready to align this new paradigm into a higher dimensional frequency and to move us forward into unity consciousness. And I don't even just mean with twin flames, but I mean unity consciousness in general. Like, we're all human. That's all we need to know. We all have the human biology, and that means that we're all connected. We're all the same in some way, even if we might appear different, we might look different. I joke all the time that I'm an alien. I am an Arcturian master of light. um, I joke all the time that should I check off alien on a on a form. um, but but the truth is we are all the same. We all have human biology, and so that piece of unity is coming into recognition. And the more that we bridge the gap between the two worlds, we give almost like a last push and a last opportunity to move forward. And some people will choose not to, and that's totally fine, and that's their prerogative and that's their choice, right? And some of us will be jumping forward and some of us will run forward, but it's like the opportunity is going to be there. And I don't know how long the opportunity will remain, because my belief is at some point the old paradigm will disappear from our reality because we will be fully immersed in the new paradigm. Now, here's what's interesting. I feel like the last month, the reason we've had so many issues and problems and overwhelm and fear is people don't know what to do with this, right? Because new things are happening. They're in that new paradigm, and new potentials that didn't exist prior are showing themselves. to everyone, and they're showing up in ways that we didn't know how to navigate it. And so we were learning this last couple months particularly. But last month particularly, we have been really seeing changes and transformation happening. Excuse me. We're not seeing it necessarily in the consciousness of our twin. Like, for example, I haven't talked to my twin, so I don't know what he's really going through. However, I do know he's going through changes, and I know that stuff is happening. If I trust what I know inside of my heart, he's totally going through transformation. But I don't have any like human backup to show me that or say that to me. But there's no, because I believe what my guides had said this morning, there is no one immune and no one untouched with the changes that are pervading the planet at this time. So the 1111 gateway and upgrade, the 1111 gateway is very powerful, bringing unity, love, and peace back into our reality and helping us to move forward and help with the final transition over into the new earth. Like I said, we're already kind of there with the new paradigm and the new earth, but it's like helping to like really usher us over to that and help to let go of the past. And so what the upgrade will do will assist you with higher frequency energy. And also, one of the things that my guides mention is with the upgrades, they're so powerful that sometimes they're so it's unrecognizable how powerful they are, but a lot of times it's extremely powerful for people and they totally recognize what's happening to them and the results happen over a period of time. It's not just that day. um, this upgrade will help with this transition. It will also help you align yourself better with your twin and align yourself in a way that is I keep saying the word alignment. I'm tired, I'm sorry. It was in a way that is aligning us with the new frequency, the new vibration, the new paradigm, the new energy, new earth, if you will. We will align to that better. It'll be like a smoother transition for many of us. Now, I'm not going to say every single person will have like this smooth, easy transition because let me tell you, this last week was overwhelming and heavy. And, I don't really know how to say like it's always going to work out the way that we plan or wish. Um, I'd like to say it is, but again, going back to the manifestation piece, sometimes we're haphazard in our manifestation, so it doesn't always come out that way. But sometimes we have the consciousness and the awareness about us to create what we want to happen. So I am offering that to you for a special price. Please feel free to join me in that. I really enjoy working with you in the ethers and helping you out and helping you and your twin. And I send you many blessings. Namaste and stay focused in your heart as much as you can. I know it's not easy. I know the doubts are still creeping in. I totally had a day of doubting today. Um, it's almost like after I get run down and a lot of stuff is happening, and I'm becoming overwhelmed by everything coming at me, that it's just really easy for me not to maintain being free from doubt. It's just easy to come back into doubting a little bit. So many blessings. Have a wonderful evening, and I will either see you in the ethers on 11/11 or I will see you again in my next video. Namaste.